Trojan family, Trojan gang. Fight on forever's in the building. And tonight, I'm about to talk about this USC loss to Maryland, right? But before I start, if you've been watching my videos and ain't sub, you better subscribe and hit that like to help this video get in the algorithm, because this video is very important. You hear me? And if you ain't went over to subscribe to Carter TV, you better go subscribe over there as well, because all the content is finna go over to Carter TV. But USC Trojan fans, this is what happens when you have no fighting spirit, right? This is what happens when you have no fighting spirit. This is what happens when you have a soft mentality. The leaders of this team have no heart at all. And it shows every week. And one thing I could say about the Big Ten is they have heart. They have spirit. They have confidence. They trust each other. And they go win and lose on their own terms. Period, bro. Our coach folds. They go out like sour milk soon as the heat get turned up. Spoil. Right? This is the difference between us and the Big Ten teams right now. Right? Let me show y'all a prime example of heart, a spirit, of confidence, of winning and losing on your own terms. Maryland, down 28-14. Could have mailed it in and got ready for next week. But nah, they scored tutty to make it 28-20. Right? But instead of kicking the extra point, they go for a 2-point conversion. Why? Because they coach have big kahunas. And they go win or lose on their own terms. But one thing, they gonna play with heart. Right? That's one thing for sure. They winning and losing on their own terms. 1 for 2. Right? To make it 28-22. Boss move. Heart move. High risk, high reward. But got the kahunas to do it. Right? Our coach would never, Lincoln Riley would never do such a thing. Never at all. He would never, that could never even come to his mind. Playing with heart and spirit. For example, it's 4th and 1, right? In enemy territory, deep in it. And we go for a field goal. After watching the other team with less talent go for it on 4th and down twice. It convert. It go for 2. It convert. Why? They got heart. They got fight. They got spirit. Big kahunas, Maryland. Small kahunas, Lincoln Riley. I told y'all after the Penn State game that trying to run the clock out for a last second field goal is a loser mentality train of thought. It's a loser mentality train of thought. No spirit about ourselves, nuh-uh. No spirit about ourselves, nuh-uh. No swag about ourselves. No heart about ourselves. No fight about ourselves. That's why in a close game is a dog fight. That's why we can't win no close games, bro. That's why Michigan, Minnesota, Penn State, and Maryland went 10 for 10 on 4th downs on us. 10 for 10. We have basically given up 10 consecutive 4th down plays. Right? Because that soft-ass mentality that trickles down to the players from the coach. And Lynn don't get a pass either. How we have a defense that can play competitive all game, but can't stop nobody at all when it matters most. Why? Because the head coach has a soft mentality and it has infected the whole team like a cancer. It's a cancer that's in stage 4 and is growing in this team right now and it's close to death. And it's called soft mentality head coach disease. Football is football and it always will be. It will never change, bro. It starts up front and it ends up front. Toughness decides the margins in the game, the margins of victory. And toughness don't start with physicality, it starts with mentality, right? So no matter how cute you get with your play calling, how genius you think your X's and O's is, without the right mentality, the margins gonna always be against you. That's why we always lose the close games. Please give me Urban Meyer. I will even take Prime. And I don't care what y'all Trojan fans think about it or Prime. I'll take Urban Meyer and Prime over Lincoln Riley right now. At least Prime has corrected his role. At least Prime is improving. At least the same thing that's L Colorado last year don't ails them this year. Right? Anybody but a soft coach. Because a soft coach make a soft team. Period. Locker room, lost. I know we gon' fold the rest of the season because we soft. Ain't no fight on with this team, bro. I have never seen a team so weak mentally, so stubborn, but have all the talent in the world. We gonna struggle to win 5 games. I bet you. I'm sorry, fans. I'm sorry, recruits. I'm sorry, everybody who cares, but this is not it. Until Lincoln Riley has a mentality makeover, or until we get another coach, we not going nowhere anytime soon. We could have done this with Clay Helton. Clay Helton was more successful than Lincoln Riley at this point. If it was a 12-team playoff when Clay Helton was coaching USC would have made the playoffs the year they won the Rose Bowl. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. And we all know Lincoln Riley is a quitter. Soon as the Cowboys call or any NFL team, he's going to pack his bags in the middle of the night and be out this bitch. And that's a fact. So we need to move on for him before he move on from us. Everybody said, we can't afford to pay that out. Yes, we can. Can we afford to keep losing? I guess we can afford to keep losing, but we can't afford to pay that out. Would that make sense at? Who our next coach at USC? Whether that's 5 years from now or next year. Right? Because this ain't working under this dude. And for all the USC content creators who been Team Lincoln until this loss, nah, y'all keep your ass on that Lincoln bandwagon. Even the content creators I rock with. Every content creator, all the USC content creators been on Lincoln Riley making excuses for him. They made excuses for Lincoln Riley for the Penn State game and running out the clock. They actually capped for that, right? I just had a video live the other day. My boy USCJ was on there, B. Jones, John Alexander, my boy Brian Jenkins. They was still capping for Lincoln Riley in his recruiting, making excuses for his recruiting, talking about the Cali kids head up in the air, right? Oh, we can't blame Lincoln for how he ain't recruiting Cali. Kill all that. Y'all my boys, but I gotta let y'all know. Y'all jabronis, y'all gotta die on that Lincoln Riley hill. Cause y'all done rode it this long. Y'all done rode it this long. Now look up. Now y'all like Ken, Lincoln, Riley. We had to go 3 and 4 for y'all to be like Ken, Lincoln, Riley. That's the problem with this community. Bro, I've been telling y'all last year, I'll cash app y'all 100. I'll cash app anybody $100 if you could show me where I wasn't on Lincoln Riley. I've been calling for Lincoln Riley head last year. I started this channel on a Lincoln Riley rant. Go back to my earliest videos. I've been on Lincoln Riley. I wanted Lincoln Riley gone last year. And people thought I was out my mind and thought it was just Alex Grinch. But I'm smart enough to know if you ain't got the IQ and the mindset to know you have to be in Ken Grinch, then you ain't the guy for the job. Right? The fact that he waited that long for whatever reason, for personal reasons, or he actually believed in it. I always believe if you was a championship head coach, you would have not dealt with that BS that Grinch was doing. Having players losing weight, that silly system he was running that wasn't working, complicated players didn't understand it. For him to let that ride all the years that he let Alex Grinch ride, let me know he wasn't the guy for the job. The way he's passive aggressive, the way he's never be a man about it, the way he always just give coach speak and politically correct answers, right? Just a freaking robot, right? I knew he didn't have it. You gotta have that it factor, and an it factor wouldn't let you do all the things Lincoln Riley done done before this season. I called for Lincoln Riley head last year. I said at the end of last season, I will never forgive Lincoln Riley for wasting Caleb years. Any coach that had that capability and was that dude that we needed would have never wasted Caleb. Would have got Grinch out of there. He would have never came from Oklahoma. So that right there, I know football. I know psychology. I know things. I don't care about no X's. It's something that champions and great coaches and great players, they are incapable of doing. And if Lincoln Riley was that dude, all these things that he does, he wouldn't do it. And I've been calling it last year, and I told y'all about this jabroni. But y'all want to cap for him, the whole USC nation. So I don't want to hear none of y'all talking about fire Lincoln, but the very few. Because 90% of this program and this fan base, y'all been capping for Lincoln. And when I was calling for his head last year, y'all was calling me a crybaby. Oh, is you a USC fan or not, my guy? I keep it real, and I've been told y'all. Just like I told y'all before the Minnesota game. Right? I ain't been wrong yet when it comes to this USC. So all y'all content creators, all y'all fans that want to hop on a Lincoln Riley fire bandwagon, F that. Y'all stay on that. Because I've been telling y'all since last year. But y'all don't want to support the real. Y'all want to support the Sunshine Pumpers. Now the Sunshine Pumpers been put in the corner where it ain't no sun. It's raining. It's storming. It's an avalanche. It's collapsing. And now they want to say, oh, Link put the heat on Lincoln Riley. Nah, y'all stay over there. And it's Carter Sports, man. And ain't nobody gonna bring it like me. And I've been telling y'all about this kid. Like I said, if you could prove to me that I wasn't calling for Lincoln Riley head, that I already seen these deficiencies in this jabroni, already seen this coming soon as Caleb left. Caleb was one of the greatest college quarterbacks to ever play, a generational talent, and you tricked that off. Right? I know what the hell I'm talking about. I know when somebody ain't it. Right? So who the next coach? Right? See, that's what Sunshine Pumping gets you. Stuck with this jabroni. That's what Sunshine Pumping gets you. A coach that won't even go for on 4th and 1. A coach that refused to run the ball when we got 2 elite running backs. Man, it's Carter Sports, and I'm out this thing. I don't want to hear nothing else.